know what you are? You're a social assassin.
Jesus. I guess I am in a way.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the funniest and most painfully awkward Larry David-esque interactions on Curb Your Enthusiasm.
It's a shame she didn't know that the hair wasn't going to grow back, you know. I mean, because she's a bright girl.
Number 10, Larry orders a coffee. Shaq. In this Season 2 episode, Larry finds himself in a bit of a pickle after accidentally tripping over Shaquille O'Neal at a basketball game and injuring him.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Idiot. What did you do?
Now, while most folks would be mortified by such a mishap, Larry, being Larry, relishes his newfound status of social pariah. Things get so bad that even Cheryl tries to avoid being seen with him in public. But Larry insists on accompanying her for a coffee run.
And I'll have a vanilla, one of the vanilla bullshit things, you know, whatever you want, some vanilla bullshit, latte, kappa thing, you know, whatever you got, I don't care.
Faced with a complicated array of fancy coffee names, a confused Larry opts for a mishmash of everything. Of course, he ends up embarrassing Cheryl with his milk and coffee spiel, prompting her to pack up and leave.
Milk and coffee, who would have thought? Milk and coffee, oh my God, what a drink!
You want to take off?
It's milk and coffee mixed together.
Number 9, the sandwich switch, the Larry David sandwich. Larry's favorite deli, Leo's, has bestowed him with the prestigious honor of having a sandwich named after him.
I want to thank you for putting me up on the board, having my own sandwich.
Larry David sandwich.
Look how proud he is.
This puts him up there with the likes of Tom Hanks, Bette Midler, and his pal Ted Danson. There's just one problem. Larry finds the sandwich's ingredients utterly repulsive. Naturally, he sets his sights on Ted's sandwich, a far more palatable option, and tries to switch with him.
I'd like to eat my own sandwich. It would be fun to go in with my dad and eat my own sandwich, you know.
All right.
Huh?
Well, I mean, what's the harm?
Really?
Yeah, why not?
Fantastic.
Yeah.
At first, Ted entertains the idea of swapping, but upon discovering the unsavory contents of Larry's sandwich, he becomes a lot more reluctant. Needless to say, this pisses off Larry, who's even further aggravated by Jeff constantly reminding Ted of the sandwich's unappealing ingredients.
What else is in it? No condiments?
Cream cheese.
There's some cream cheese. It's
Capers.
there may be some capers. I'm not sure. If you don't like them, you can brush them off. That's not a big deal.
Number 8, jury duty, the carpool lane. Few among us would jump at the chance to serve on a jury, and Larry David certainly isn't one of those few.
It's hard to get out of these things. I don't know what I'm going to have to make something up. I would serve if they made me the foreman, but
Yeah, I don't think you get to choose.
I can't serve under another foreman. That's not going to work.
But while most people would tender legitimate excuses to get out of jury duty, Larry decides to wear his Seinfeld jacket, banking on their apparent disdain for Hollywood types. However, once he gets to court and discovers that the defendant is African American, he switches gears and instead claims to be racist.
Is there any reason you can think of that you'd not be able to decide this case in a fair and impartial manner?
I don't know if I could be impartial, Mr. Condon.
Predictably, this plan backfires spectacularly later in the episode. Lucky for Larry, he's saved by the presence of Monena, the sex worker whose stash of dope previously sent him spiraling into a deep existential crisis.
What are you looking at? You see something? Huh? What did I do? What did you do? You know what you did? You do nothing! If you want me to do something, just tell me.
Number 7, locked out of heaven, the end. It's common knowledge at this point that hardly anyone can tolerate Larry David and his antics. Not his wife, not his friends, and apparently not even the celestial beings. In the Season 5 finale, Larry dies after giving his kidney to Richard Lewis and ascends into heaven, where he meets his guardian angels.
You guys, you've been around me my whole life.
Oh, yeah.
You were at the spin the bottle party when I ran out when I was 12 because I was.
We were there.
Huh?
As Larry proudly discusses his supposedly excellent DVD storing system, sparks fly between him and the angels, and not the heavenly kind.
That's right. I have a system.
Yes. Yeah.
I take the DVD.
Cover and put it on top of the DVD
player.
Right, exactly.
That's not a system.
Oh, is that so?
Only Larry could trigger such an expletive-filled angelic meltdown. After a brief discussion, the verdict from on high isn't favorable. The angels decide that Larry's antics aren't exactly heaven material, and he's promptly cast back down to earth.
Come on, that's not fair.
Goodbye, Larry.
Goodbye, Larry.
Give me another chance. Wait, I like it here.
Number 6, Larry gets a rash, the table read. During the Seinfeld reunion table read, Larry encounters a young fan who he learns has a rash on her private parts.
It's late getting back from lunch, so I have to take Emma to the doctor.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is she okay?
Yeah, she just has a rash.
However, when letting him in on this information, the girl's mother makes use of a crude word. Although Larry's initially taken back, he ends up embracing the term, much to the horror of those around him. This newfound vocabulary lands him in hot water when he visits the hospital after developing a rash of his own.
First it was on my back, now my neck, my arm, now it's on my hand, fingers.
Yeah, I could see that right
Yeah.
there.
When questioned by the doctor, Larry's explanation, though technically accurate and innocent, paints him in a rather unsavory light. Unsurprisingly, the doctor jumps to conclusions, pegging Larry as a potential predator and promptly calling the cops.
If I have another patient to check on, I'll be right back.
Okay, all right. Don't tell your mother, but I bought you another...
Call the police.
Number 5, the answering machine message, the baptism. Some of the most hilarious moments on Curb Your Enthusiasm stem from the banter between Larry and his friend, comedian Richard Lewis.
Oh, God, I hate doing this because, you always take it the wrong way. You've taken everything the wrong way ever since I've known you.
But this one deserves a special mention for turning such a trivial matter into a full-blown spat. Richard asserts that Larry stole his outgoing message for his answering machine, a claim the latter vehemently denies.
You don't even know what you're talking about. You are
You
so
have
off
my
base.
same answering machine outgoing message, and it bugs me.
That's my message.
Larry argues that he wrote the message 7 years prior. Richard shoots back, claiming he did it 7.5 years prior, and then tries to play the pity card. They go around in circles until Larry eventually lets up and changes his message.
Hi, we're not in. Please leave a message at the tone. Thank you.
Fantastic. What's wrong with that?
What's wrong? It's because it's not fair.
At least it's an admission of guilt.
It's not an admission of guilt.
But make no mistake, this is no admission of guilt. Larry's just flexing his big, expansive muscles. Number 4, Larry steals a doll head, the doll. Not many of us would cut off the hair of a little girl's doll, even if asked. Then again, not many of us are Larry David.
Why did you cut her hair? Is this true?
Yeah, well, she asked me. She asked me to give it a haircut.
After ruining the doll belonging to a network executive's daughter, Larry opts for a quick fix from Jeff's kids collection. Luckily, they find the exact doll, but when Susie nearly catches them, Larry stuffs the doll head down his pants.
Do something, she's coming up! Give this to me.
Jeffrey, I saw your car.
Not exactly grown man behavior, but hey, desperate times call for desperate measures, right? Larry pulls off the same stunt later on in a theater restroom, this time trying to hide a water bottle. But things get awkward when he is hugged by the very girl whose doll he destroyed, making for a highly uncomfortable moment.
Mommy, that bum is in the bathroom and there's something hard in his pants.
Number 3, felony trick or treat. Trick or treat. Ever wondered what the cutoff for trick-or-treating was? Well, according to Larry David, it's somewhere before the age of 16. When 2 uncostumed teenagers show up at his house on Halloween demanding candy, Larry questions their motives and refuses to oblige them.
I don't think so.
Are you kidding? It's
No.
Halloween.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it doesn't mean that you're entitled to just go around to people's homes and bilk them out of candy.
The girls argue and hurl insults at him just before he slams the door in their faces. Fast forward to the next morning and the vengeful teens show Larry the trick side of Halloween.
Those girls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would they do something like that?
Because I didn't give them candy, that's
Right.
why.
They toilet paper his house and spray paint what he deems hate speech on his front door. Sure, the mess could have been avoided if he'd just given them the candy, but then what?
There's gotta be some kind of cutoff, shouldn't there be, for Halloween?
What is with you and your cutoffs and your shouldn't there be and should there be? Who cares?
What, are gonna be 40? Trick-or-treating at 40?
What are they supposed to
Can I have free candy? I'm
Where do you
40
have
years old. I want
cutoffs
free
and-
candy.
A parade of 30, 40-year-olds trick-or-treating? Not on Larry's watch. Number 2, Sophie's Choice, Palestinian Chicken. The episode Palestinian Chicken is a fan favorite, even earning a nod from the real-life Larry David. In the episode, Larry becomes a social assassin when he's essentially hired to tell his friend's wife to stop saying LOL.
LOL. LOL.
You like saying that, don't you?
It's cute, right?
Nah, not really.
What do you mean?
I mean, if you're gonna laugh out loud, why aren't you laughing out loud? Why say it? Why not just laugh?
I am laughing. That's what that is.
Then he finds himself in a dilemma after discovering a new Palestinian chicken restaurant where he becomes attracted to a woman named Shara. Their affair kicks off as Shara witnesses a brawl between Larry and Marty.
I'm not doing anything.
off.
Don't you
Huh?
dare go
Come on,
after
take-
my
take-
Don't you
take-
reach for
take-
that.
take-
Don't you ever
take-
touch
take-
that. No, don't ever grab my yarmulke.
Things escalate when the Palestinian restaurant opens a branch next to a Jewish deli, prompting Larry's friends to join a planned protest. Caught in the chaos, Larry faces a tough decision amid chants from Marty and Susie on one side and tempting offers from Shara on the other. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Larry rejects Ted Danson's pie, Denise handicapped. A nice gesture devolves into a shouting match between Larry and Ted.
I don't have to take a bite just because you want me to, okay?
Have a bite of the pie.
You know, I'm just gonna get this out of the way for you.
Thank
I'm
you.
sorry.
Huh?
I'm just gonna take
No,
it.
no, 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 what?
Put the pie down. Put the pie down.
No, don't. Here, take it.
The popcorn dilemma. Car periscope. Larry falls out with an inventor after refusing to let his wife hold his popcorn.
Why don't you want me to hold the popcorn? Because obviously there's a problem with
There's
holding
no problem.
No, there's a little bit of a
it's
problem.
Larry, the failed car salesman. The car salesman. With zero marketing skills, Larry, unsurprisingly, fails to sell a single car.
Is there somebody else who could help me with this car?
Look, sir, I'm sorry. Thank you.
I'm really not interested in buying today, okay?
What are you doing? Shirley!
Judge Judy appearance. The shucker. Larry drags Mrs. Shapiro to the reality court show after she steals his plant.
Yes,
Is it filtered?
filtered. Yes, it's filtered.
I'm sorry. That is not filtered water.
Don't drink it. Don't drink it. Put it down.
What do you put on unfiltered water, tap water on the table for?
That's it. That's it. I'm done.
The Freak Book. The Freak Book. Larry gifts Ted an inappropriate coffee table book and disrupts his party while reading it.
Leaf through it. Huh? Are you loving that?
Well, thank you, Larry. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. It's a great coffee table book.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Larry respects Wood. Seinfeld and the divorce. Arguably the most hilarious Larry David moment is one that actually cuts across 2 seasons. It kicks off in the season 7 finale when Julia Louis-Dreyfus blames Larry for a ring stain on her family's antique wooden table.
I didn't put my glass down there. I held on to it.
No, but you were here.
Yeah, I know, but the glass never left my hand. When I'm in social situations, I always hold on to my glass. It makes me feel comfortable and secure, and I don't have to shake hands.
He vehemently denies this, proclaiming his profound respect for Wood. Despite being innocent, Larry launches a mission to find the Wood disrespecting culprit.
If you didn't do it, who did it? You're the person.
I'm going to find out.
Oh, please.
I will find out, and I will drag that person by the hair and bring him into your dressing room.
This runs parallel to his quest to win back Cheryl, which he very nearly succeeds at. Just as they're about to reconcile, Larry realizes it was Cheryl who left the dreaded ring stain and promptly calls Julia with the revelation.
I would love for you to call Julia and tell her that you left the ring stain.
I'm not calling Julia.
Yeah, just tell her that you were the one who left the stain on the antique table. Hold it 1 second.
I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, come on.
I'm not doing
No,
that.
I want you to talk to her.
This spills over into the season 8 premiere where Cheryl storms out, effectively burying any hope of rekindling their romance. What Larry David lessons have you injected into your own daily interactions? Let us know in the comments below.
It's an unwritten rule.
Oh my God. There's 2 Larry Davids. Holy sh!
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.